Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. And welcome to the President's Dinner. I'm Cam Drew. I'm going to be your MC. And before we start with the program, I want to recognize some of the past presidents of Fenestration Canada that we have with us in attendance tonight. So if you'll hold your applause, and I hope I get them all, but I believe I know I got Skip McLean, we've got Jennifer Small, we've got Mike Bruno, Alan Doyle, Terry Adamson, and did I miss any past presidents that we have in the room here tonight? Terry, who did I get? I got you, Terry. Yeah, I got you. Past presidents, thank you so much for coming and joining us here tonight at the President's Dinner. That's very kind. I got to tell you, being a president is a great gig. I found this out earlier today when I checked into my room. It has 2 levels. That's the presidential suite. Past President Mike Bruno and First Vice President Ron Edger have no rooms. They're sleeping in their cars in the lower parking lot tonight. So I got to tell you, the president's gig is good. Before and after, not so much. So if you become the president of Fenestration Canada, enjoy the 2 years that you get. So welcome to the dinner. We have 172 people with us here tonight in Kananaskis, and I think that's pretty much a record. So thank you so much for coming on out. What I love, take a look outside. Kananaskis, we're right now in the Fenestration Canada Prairie chapter. It's an 8,000-foot mountain right behind us. We're in the prairies right now, so I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but enjoy your time. We hope you have a chance to take a look throughout the conference at the supplier showcases. We've got some in here. We've got some out there. So take some time and stop and see your the showcase suppliers. But first, I'd like to introduce the Prairie co-chairs. We have them both of here tonight. Both of them here tonight. That's Nicole Bird and Colin Campbell. Come on up, guys.
Welcome to Prairies.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm pleased to introduce myself, Nicole Bird, as chair of the Prairies chapter, and Colin Campbell as the co-chair. We're excited that you took the time out of your busy schedule. I mean, spending time in the mountains. Did anyone have to twist your arm? So I started my career with Lowen Windows in 2003. So it's about marks 21 years in the industry. Yeah. Having been on this committee for a couple of years, I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with some of the most educated, experienced people. Terry, cue the heckling. Our participation in the Fenestration Canada has been instrumental in strengthening relationships within our industry.
Introducing myself a little bit here. Good evening. It's a pleasure to attend tonight's festivities and enjoying the week with the rest of all of you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Colin Campbell, and I've been with Tremco in their Windows division for 9 years. A little nervous. It's a lot of people here. I've also been involved in Fenestration Canada, the Prairies chapter, for about 2 years now. As we gather today to kick off this exciting event, we are reminded about the beautiful setting we are involved in the stunning region of Kananaskis. There is evidence that humans have been inhabiting this area since 4500 BC, and it was still inhabited by the Stoney and Blackfoot First Nations as recently as the 1800s. Once, one of the great explorers of the Canadian Rockies, Captain John Palser, named the area on his expedition more than 150 years ago. He chose the name Kananaskis, derived from the name Ki-e-a-kis. Sorry, you got to pronounce that right, because otherwise it sounds like ass-kiss. I'm sorry, so I'm trying to not screw this up. So you got to slow that down a little bit. A warrior who survived an axe to the head in a fight to win the attention of a woman. So that's where the name Kananaskis came from. This area was not only rich in natural beauty, but also steep in history and heritage. Kananaskis encompasses more than 4,000 square kilometers of breathtaking landscape, including dense forests, snow-capped mountains, pristine rivers, and crystal clear lakes, making it a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts and nature lovers alike. It's nice to take a little time to appreciate the area we're in.
We'd also like to take the time to thank Lane and Isabel for
Yes.
keeping us organized.
Where are they?
At times, I'm sure it's like herding cats. We also want to mention that we are hosting a gathering for the Prairies chapter in this room on Wednesday at 4:00. Any of the chapter chairs or anybody that wants to come and include their expertise and just help us with dealing with pain points are more than welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
The prairies, where your dog can run away for 4 days. All right, let's see. I am going to introduce the event co-chairs for this great event we have here this week. You know them, you love them, they're awesome. They're going to tell us what we're going to be doing tonight. So please welcome to the stage Lindsay McGee and Dan Darcy. Come on up, guys. Oh, Dan just said après-vous, which means he'll be doing all of his presentation en français.
Which we heard on our flight today is French for in French.
They know.
So we have some business to take care of today. For those of you who've been with us before, the scavenger hunt is back.
Even better.
So if you take a look at your table, there's a piece of paper that says getting started. You're going to scan the QR code and enter the username and password. Look at how great they are. They're all picking it up and looking at it like they're paying attention to what we're saying.
They're quick learners.
It's great. Scan the QR code, enter the username and the password. If you need some help, raise your hand. Either Lane or Isabel or one of us can come around and help you. The people who are at your table right now are your teammates.
That's your team.
Hope you like your table.
Speaking of that, I sat at the wrong table. I sat at table 4, introduced myself, and realized I'm table 3. So nice meeting you, but that's my team. We're going to beat your ass.
Wow. So the scavenger hunt starts now. You may have already, without even knowing it, seen some of the challenges or the clues that you're going to be asked about when you sign into the platform with the QR code. So take it seriously. The team who gets the most correct is going to win a very exciting prize. And the winning team will be announced Wednesday night, tomorrow. It's today, Tuesday.
And if you take the wrong turn and end up outside, beware that there's been grizzlies, black bears, sheep with horns. So take some spray with you so you don't get hurt. Everybody have a great night.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
It's all about this.
There you go. World Championship. So when you get to the part in the scavenger hunt that says wrestle a live moose to its death, and that's on there, you want to talk to Steve Allward. He does this all the time, all right? So he's here tonight, professional moose wrestler. So we have some thank yous to do, and then following that, it's going to be dinner. So stick with me. This is important. We want to thank tonight's sponsor, and that is UltraFab. Tom is here. I talked to him earlier. We had a nice little chat. Thank you, UltraFab. But we also want to thank the sponsors for the conference, and they are right here: Sherwin-Williams, Pella, Professional Home Builders Institute, Elton Manufacturing, Leighton Consulting, Amesbury Truth, Richelieu, Quanex, Novatech, JSA Machinery, Screenco Manufacturing, Asa Abloy Fenestration, Open Janela Software, New Coat, ODL, UltraFab, Tremco, Window and Door Components, Federated Insurance, T-Rex Door Security, Pref ERP, Trimlight, Plastpro, Tormax, Clearview Industries, Servitech, Sawdeck, Everlast Group of Companies, CAD Plan, Cartons Corrugated, Vecca, Furco, Robover, and Proline Automation. And thank you to our media sponsor, Fenestration Review. So those are your sponsors. Let's hear it for them. I think I just pulled a lung. So enjoy your dinner, everybody. We'll get back to you after with some great recognitions, some awards we have to do and as part of the President's Dinner. Enjoy your meal. That Fenestration Canada's volunteers bring not only to the association and the industry. We certainly have some great volunteers, many of whom are here tonight. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize these champions with a round of applause. Please, thank you, volunteers, for dedicating yourself to our association. Thank you, volunteers. So when you're the president, you really don't do much. You just kind of chat with the staff every once in a while and make sure everything's going well. And when you have a staff like ours, everything's always going well. I would like to thank the staff at Fenestration Canada doing such an outstanding job. And I want to single out, of course, my contact is our executive director, Stéphane Lebel. Stéphane has grown this so well. And I would now like to welcome our executive director, Stéphane Lebel.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, there's a little too much paper. I don't like to be up here, but I have to do it. It's part of the job. So I hope everyone's having fun. That's great. I think we have a good turnout, one of the best one. So, but I want to start with something, that's pretty important to me. Today was a special day for one person in our group, and it was Robert Jutras' last meeting as a board director. So we completed his mandate. I don't know where Robert is, if you all the way back there. See, they don't even put you in front. It's like, you're done. But yeah, it was important to me. So if you could come on the stage, Rabbi, I have something to give you. You don't have to open it here, but I just wanted to, make sure people knew 20 plus years as a board director. It's this one, right? Obligé de l'ouvrir ici. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. You want? Here you go. Here you go. No, it's on.
What? Well, that's a surprise. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, it's been a long ride. I don't know, 2022, maybe more on the board. Which, in fact, was my last meeting today. Special meeting because it was 1 year more than I was allowed to because of you last year at the AGM, which asked me to stay on for another year, which was a privilege. And I really appreciated participating in this industry. Et pour mes amis francophones, c'est un plaisir de participer à toutes ces réunions au cours de ces années-là. Aujourd'hui, c'était mon dernier board meeting. Il y a des choses qui s'en viennent au board que malheureusement, je ne participerai pas. Heureusement que je ne participerai pas. Donc, écoutez, je vous remercie infiniment tous. Ça a été... et puis, je ne prends pas ma retraite. Ne venez pas me demander si je prends ma retraite. Non, je ne prends pas ma retraite. On m'a même dit aujourd'hui que j'étais off, on est pour une année, mais je pense pas. Il faut laisser la place aux plus jeunes. C'est important. It's important. I was told today that I have to come back in a year because I just have to be on leave of absence for 1 year. I won't. I'm telling you I won't because not because I would not like to do it, but because we have to let younger people take our place and just kick us off. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
C'est ça. OK. So, en passant, je parle français aussi. Là, je pense qu'il y a des gens qui se le demandaient, donc je veux juste le, le préciser. Non, mais pour vrai, ce soir, il n'y a pas juste Robert qu'on veut remercier. En fait, je ne sais pas si vous avez vu passer un petit peu notre nouveau setup de membership. On a une nouvelle catégorie de membres. So we have a new membership category that we established this year. So I would like to basically kick off that new membership category. And I would like to recognize 3 individuals who tonight will receive the honorary lifetime membership. So what that means is that it's a membership that's awarded to an individual, so not a company, just a person. They can still represent their company, but they're a lifetime member for us. So that's what it means. And they can be nominated, by the way, by any of you guys here. If you feel like someone should be, you can come to us, let us know. But the first 3 ones, basically it recognizes their years of volunteer support, dedication, contribution to not only Fenestration Canada, but the industry as a whole. So it's my pleasure to present 3 volunteers today with this lifetime membership. So I would like to invite Robert Gitra back on the stage, please. So this was a short one. Jennifer Small and Alan Doyle. So if you can, yeah. That's the goal of it. It's not supposed to be expected. So that's yours. I would have needed to hire help here. Congrats.
Thank you.
Then Alan. Where's that? Here you go. There's that. Congrats. So if any of you guys want to say a few words, if not, just a picture. So it's really important for you guys to understand this is years of dedication, and it's a lot of you in this room is the same. So your time will come, I'm sure. But yeah, so it's just for me, it was important to recognize. And as I said, if you have other names you want to bring forward, please do so. We're open, and we want great volunteers to be lifetime members with us forever. So we hope that you enjoyed the next few days of education we have for you, starting tomorrow. We have great things planned this year, and if you can, you can scan the QR code on your badge, and you'll get the schedule there, so you'll know what's going to happen. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but probably, so we started the new chapters a few years ago, like I think 2 years ago. And this year, what we did different is that for the spring conference, so the place you're at right now, to decide where the next spring conference will be, we decided to ask our chapters and say, okay, well, just submit some cities that you guys feel like that would represent your chapter the best, and where you would want us to where you would want to see us have the conference. So we had suggestions from all the chapters, and then the event committee narrowed it down to 3 contenders. So in the top 3 this year, we have Victoria. So I don't know if we have people from, well, I know we do have people from BC. Here you go, in Victoria especially. So in the running, there's Victoria. Then we have Quebec City. Any Quebec City, Quebec people here? Yeah. And Halifax was the submission. Yeah. I don't know if I want to go there, but it's easier to pronounce than Kananaskis. So I was able to manage this one, so I feel like Halifax I could do. But yeah, so after much deliberation and discussion, I'm pleased to show you the short video to introduce our 2025 spring conference location. So if you want to look at the screen. Yeah, so it's basically a 3 minutes video to tell you it's Halifax. So we'll upgrade our internet next year, I guess. It's still going to be Halifax, though. So whoever put up Halifax as a nomination, I think the Atlantic Committee, Greg's here. We have Steve. Yeah, we can cut it. It's just not working. So hope to see you all next year in Halifax. As I said, it's a little easier for me to pronounce, so I'm happy about that. A little closer to home too. So we'll be able to go and scope the location. Make sure. I know we were there like something like 8 years ago. There's a lot of stuff to revisit, and we feel like you guys will enjoy it. So that's why the decision was made. There's a lot of criteria, but I invite you again next year to submit for the next time. So whoever was in the running, it was a close race, so you guys still have a lot of chances. Please submit again. But that's it. So we look forward to welcome you there. Okay, I think there's karaoke on the other side. I might leave. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going with you after this. So in terms of next event, I just wanted to tell you guys, Windor, November 13th and 14th in Montreal this year. We're almost at full capacity. We can still make a little bit of space for exhibitors. So if you wanted to exhibit, you didn't book it yet, now's the time. Now it's now or never, because we're packed, and we can't expand on the floor plan we have right now. So really important to book it. So Lane's here, Isabel, anyone from the team, go see them and make sure you book your booth. And we will be hosting our VP's auction again this year. So for those who don't know, the VP's auction is basically, so we raise money for our scholarship fund. So for those who were at Windor, you saw the recipients this year. So we're going to do that again. And we raise money with the VP. So this year, the VP is Ron Edger, who's busy talking with other people. But it won't be, he'll be busy like selling items next this year in Montreal. So I want to show you a small video, and this one is short, so hopefully it works. But it's a video of where we're going to host the VP's auction this year. So, okay, it says Quebec to Montreal. We're not going to do that. It's November. We don't want you guys to freeze. But we will do the Montreal Harbor. It's basically a party cruise. The theme, I think, is going to be old Montreal 20s theme, so like old school Montreal. So please join us. We're going to do the auctions there. And for that thing, again, there's limited space. So please make sure you go see Lane and the team and book your seat now as soon as possible. So that's pretty much it. So I'd like to invite Cam back because I think you need to wrap this up. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Stefan. And congratulations to everybody, the recipients of the awards tonight. Very well deserved. We appreciate all that the volunteers have done for the association. Okay, so we're going to enjoy a little more sociable time here tonight. And then we're going to Woody's. And who doesn't love a good Woody? Anyways, we're going to Woody's Pub, which is like there's a row of horses. We all get back. We get on horseback. It's like a 3-hour ride. We'll get to the pub. Anyways, there's a pub not far from here called Woody's. Lane's going to tell us when it's time to go. We've got an area set out there, and we're going to be doing flaming shooters. Did I get everything? Perfect. All right. We'll get you out of jail in the morning, and we'll see you again for. Oh, Dan Darcy, come on up, Dan. Tell us one more thing.
One more thing to talk about. Now that it's announced Halifax is the destination of next year's function, which I'm tickle pink. There is. Mike, there's like 8. Kilts aren't mandatory, but they're optional. And if anybody wants to wear a kilt, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with the people that you can get them from. And if you recall, the last time we did it in Halifax, I showed up in a kilt. And there was a lot of people trying to see if I was going to commando. And the ones that weren't there, it wasn't pretty. So at the end of the night, I was exposed and I was commando, but I raised $1,600 for Feed Nova Scotia. $800 was from the people that wanted to see commando or not commando, and Fenestration Canada matched it. So, you want a kilt? Talk to me. Good night.
Perfect. Not to mess with your accounting, Dan, but actually it was $800 per ball. But anyways, let's there you go, $800. All right, so we'll see you at Woody's. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again for coming out and enjoy the rest of the conference. Have a great night.